At 3 a.m. on February 14th, 2000, while most of Shelby, North Carolina slept peacefully, something unthinkable was happening inside a quiet family home. A 9-year-old girl carefully packed her backpack, slipped on her shoes, and walked out into a violent thunderstorm. No one heard her leave. No doors were slammed. No cries for help. The rain was heavy, the wind was strong, and the roads were nearly empty. Her name was Asha Degree, and that night she stepped into darkness, never to be seen again. For 26 years, investigators, journalists, and her grieving family have asked the same question. Why would a child, afraid of the dark, leave the safety of her home voluntarily? Was she running from something, or was she walking toward someone she trusted? There were no warning signs. The Degree household was described as stable, loving, and structured. Asha lived with both parents and her older brother. She was shy but cheerful, doing well in school and active in basketball. On February 13th, the family spent the evening together. They celebrated Valentine's Day early, watched television, and went to bed like any other Sunday night. There were no reported arguments, no punishments, no strange phone calls. Her parents have consistently stated that nothing unusual occurred. Investigators found no evidence of abuse or neglect. By all accounts, Asha was safe at home, which makes her decision to leave even more baffling. Children rarely walk away from stable environments without external influence. Something or someone must have motivated her. That night, the weather was severe. A thunderstorm rolled through Cleveland County with strong winds and heavy rain. Power outages were reported in parts of the area. It was cold and dark, the kind of night where even adults hesitate to go outside. Yet sometime between 2:30 and 3:15 a.m., Asha woke up. She dressed herself quietly and packed personal belongings into her backpack. The careful preparation suggests planning, not panic. She did not take a coat despite the cold. She did not wake her brother. She did not leave a note. She simply opened the door and stepped into the storm. The contrast is chilling. A small child walking in a heavy rain, while the rest of her family slept unaware. What gave her the courage or confidence to do that? Shortly after she left home, multiple truck drivers reported seeing a small figure walking south along Highway 18. At first, one driver thought it might be a woman fleeing domestic violence. But as he passed, he realized it was a child. Concerned, he turned his truck around to check on her. As he approached, the girl ran off the road and into nearby woods. She did not cry for help. She did not approach the truck. She actively avoided it. That moment has haunted investigators for decades. Why would a lost child run from potential assistance? Did she fear strangers? Or was she specifically avoiding being seen? The sighting confirms she left willingly, but what happened after she disappeared into the trees remains unknown. Around 6:30 a.m., Asha's mother went to wake her for school. Her bed was empty. At first, the family assumed she was somewhere inside the house. But after checking every room, panic set in. The doors were locked, but it appeared she had left on her own. Police were notified immediately. Officers treated the case as critical from the beginning due to her age. Within hours, search teams, helicopters, K-9 units, and volunteers were deployed. The storm, however, had already washed away potential footprints and scent trails. The weather that night may have erased crucial evidence before daylight ever arrived. Time was against them from the start. During the search, investigators found candy wrappers, a pencil, and a Mickey Mouse hairbow inside a nearby storage shed along Highway 18. The bow was identified as belonging to Asha. It appeared she may have briefly taken shelter there. The discovery confirmed she traveled at least that far. But after the shed, the trail went cold. There were no additional confirmed sightings beyond the initial highway reports. No security cameras. No witnesses stepping forward with solid information. The shed raised new possibilities. Was she hiding from a storm, waiting for someone to pick her up? Or was she instructed to go there as a meeting point? Each possibility carries disturbing implications. In August 2001, more than a year after she vanished, construction workers uncovered something shocking 26 miles away in Burke County: Asha's backpack. It had been buried and wrapped in plastic garbage bags. The wrapping suggested intentional preservation, almost as if someone wanted it hidden but protected. Inside were her belongings, along with items investigators have never fully disclosed publicly. The distance alone proved she did not simply wander off. Someone transported that backpack far from the original search area. That discovery shifted the case from missing child to likely abduction. Yet despite forensic testing, no suspect has ever been publicly identified. One of the strongest theories is grooming. Experts suggest that children rarely leave safe homes at night without persuasion from someone they trust. Did someone gain Asha's confidence over time? Was she promised something? Police have hinted that she may have believed she was going on a trip or meeting someone important. Grooming often involves secrecy and instructions not to tell parents. If this theory is true, then the suspect likely knew her routine, her personality, and the layout of her neighborhood. That implies proximity, possibly someone within her community. Years later, investigators revealed a potential clue. Witnesses reported a dark green vehicle, possibly a 1970s Lincoln Continental or similar model, near Highway 18 around the time of her disappearance. Authorities appealed to the public for information regarding this car. Was it coincidence? Or was the driver involved? The vehicle description remains one of the few tangible leads in the case. However, decades have passed without confirmation. If someone picked her up willingly, she may have believed she was safe, at least initially. As with many high-profile cases, suspicion briefly turned toward the family. Rumors circulated online, but law enforcement has repeatedly stated that there is no evidence implicating her parents. They cooperated fully with investigators, passed polygraphs, and have remained vocal advocates for reopening leads. For them, this is not a mystery story. It is a lifelong nightmare. They continue to believe someone in the community knows the truth and has remained silent. Behaviorally, the case presents contradictions. Asha was known to fear the dark and disliked storms. Yet she chose one of the worst nights to leave. Psychologists note that such actions usually involve strong emotional or persuasive triggers. Minor childhood disappointments, such as losing a basketball game the day before, rarely cause midnight departures. Something more compelling must have influenced her thinking. Children operate on trust. If she left voluntarily, she likely believed she was not in danger. Between the shed sighting and the backpack discovery, there is a massive timeline gap. Investigators have never revealed exactly what was found inside the backpack beyond a few general details. Some items reportedly did not belong to Asha, suggesting possible contact with another individual. That missing time window, from when she ran into the woods to when the backpack was buried, is the heart of the mystery. Every unanswered question lives inside that gap. Over the decades, forensic science has improved dramatically. DNA testing methods today are far more advanced than in 2000. Authorities have re-examined evidence using modern techniques. Yet no breakthrough has been announced publicly. The case remains open and active. Age-progressed images show what Asha might look like as an adult. Each year that passes adds urgency and fading memories. Shelby has never forgotten. Annual walks and awareness campaigns continue to keep her story alive. Billboards have been displayed. Media coverage resurfaces periodically. The case became one of North Carolina's most haunting mysteries. For parents everywhere, it represents a chilling reality. Sometimes danger doesn't break in. Sometimes it convinces a child to walk out. So why did 9-year-old Asha Degree walk in the dark? Was she manipulated by someone she trusted? Did she believe she was going on an adventure? Or was she intercepted after leaving? The The storm is long past. The highway remains. But the answer is still hidden somewhere in that night. And until the truth emerges, one small figure walking into rain will continue to haunt America's conscience.